I'm Don. This is probably the first time you've ever seen me on this channel in like 120 videos. So yeah, it's the first time you're ever seeing me on this channel, so hi. And today, we will be ranking every Ridonculous race team, but we will not be ranking them on how much Turtle likes them. We will be ranking them by their average placements. So here's the deal. Let's take a third boot of a season. We're not going to actually use the geniuses, though. Pretend they placed 3rd, 3rd, and then 10th, and then 16th. We add those, so we take the 16 and 3, 19, plus the 10, 29, then we divide by 3, and how much the average is. We just do the same thing for however many people there are. So, yeah, let's start off with number 18, and there is no other team that could place this, and that is the LARPers. They have an average placement of 18th. Even if the tennis rivals placed 17th in both races, they would still be last, because they competed in one race, or they came in last. So that's 18, and then you can only divide by 1, so it's going to be the same thing. So, yeah, the LARPers did really bad and pretty reasonable. Because Leonard's on this team. Screw you, Leonard. Alright, moving on to number 17. We got Lori and Miles, known as the Vegans. They didn't do very well. They placed 16th, 14th, 11th, 15th twice. So they've never been the top 10. Their average score is 14.2, so they haven't really done that well. Yeah, you can go now. Alright, moving on to number 16, we have Elodie and Mary, the Geniuses. They have an average score of 10.6. In their first 2 races, they actually did pretty well, placing 7th and 9th. But in the 3rd race, their race went completely to hell, placing 16th, putting their average total at 10.6. You guys could probably do that in your head, but I used a calculator, so go away. Don't believe it. Now, coming at 15th place, I was kind of shocked when I made this, but coming at 15th place is the Rockers, Rock and Spud. The Rockers had a total of 10.54 average, and yeah, I was kind of surprised because they're the earliest people on this list who actually placed first in a race. So, yeah, I'm kind of surprised they placed this low, but also not, because they really didn't do that well. I'm pretty sure they placed like second to last almost like every single time, so I don't know. Anyways, yeah, you guys can get out of here now. Moving on to number 14, we have Jerian Pete. See, you guys could probably be surprised because you guys are probably like, what? How are they at number 14? They were the second boots of the season. The Rockers placed 10th, but they were at 15th. Yeah, but you have to take into account that at the time the LARPers were eliminated, they placed 4th. They placed 4th the first time, but then they placed 17th. So they have an average of 10.5. It isn't the best, but it also isn't the worst. So, yeah. Moving on to number 13, you got a little sneak peek back there because Kelly liked to sneak in. And it's the mother and daughter team, Kelly and Taylor. They placed 13th in the race, and in the whole entire race, and they also placed 13th on this list. I'm pretty sure their highest placement is 3rd. I forgot which race that was, but I don't know how they placed 3rd, considering how dysfunctional they were. But yeah, terrible team. Terrible placement. Now, at number 12, I expected the Adversity Twins to be here, considering they placed 12th in 6 out of the 10 races they competed in. So I expected the Adversity Twins to place 12th, but the team that actually placed 12th was the Adversity Twins. Yes, they did place 12th. So their highest placement is 3rd, while they placed 12th 6 times. So they didn't really do that well, but they started doing better once Emma and Kitty came along to help them in one race. And then they just kind of like drifted along. So yeah, Jay and Mickey, you guys are in 12th right now. Now, coming at number 11, it is the team that placed 9th, Dwayne and Junior, the father and son team. Dwayne and Junior, oh, I forgot to say, the Adversity Twins had a total of 9.9 score, and mother and daughter team has total score of 10. Anyways, the father and son team had a total score of 8.2. So, yeah, they didn't do that well. The first ever race, they came in second to last. And they pretty much stayed, they pretty much got better. I'm pretty sure their highest placement is 3rd. Hold on, let me check. Yep, their highest placement is 3rd. They did a little streak where they placed 6th 4 times, placed 11th once, and then 6th again. So yeah, they like the number 6, but sadly they did +3 in their actual placement. But in this one they did +5. So bye. Okay, so number 10, I'm actually quite surprised with this, and that is Jen and Tom, the fashion bloggers. They had a total score of 7.83. Kind of surprised by this, considering that they placed 14th overall. But they placed 10th their first race, and their highest placement was 2nd. So, yeah, they did pretty good for themselves up until they placed last. So, good job, Tom and Jen. Yeah. Moving on to number 9, I'm really surprised by this one, considering how bad they did most of the race, and their highest score was 2nd, but that is Chet and Lorenzo, the stepbrothers, coming in with an average score of 7.54. Yeah, their average place was 2nd, so, yeah, I guess so. But, yeah, I don't really have anything to say about this one, but, yeah, they just placed, they were dysfunctional. They didn't do that well at the beginning, but then started, like, coming in the top, like, I'm pretty sure, like, top 7 or something, but, like, yeah, go away. Now, the rest of the 8 teams left are the actual final 8 in the season. But the team that came in 8th was not the reality TV pros. It was the Goths. Surprisingly, I thought they would be like in the top 5 or something, but nope. They came in with an average score of 6.53. They placed pretty bad in the first couple of races, placing 14th and 13th. But then they jumped up to 8th in the 3rd race, and then basically came in first the 4th race, when the first ever non-elimination round. So they did pretty good, and they have placed first. They placed first 3 times. 3 times. Pretty impressive. So, yeah, good job, Goths. Coming in at number 7, it is my favorite team, the Reality TV Pros, Noah and Owen. They came in with an average score of 6.41. They have never placed first. They only placed 2nd because every time they placed 2nd, they just gave up first to Emma and Kitty. So basically, every single race that Emma and Kitty the sisters and the Reality TV Pros were right next to each other, they let Emma and Kitty place next. So, Coming in at number 6, it is, in my surprise, the Best Friends. See, at the beginning of the race, I thought these people were gonna win, like almost every other person. But no, Devin had to get medically evacuated, and Carrie had to go along with them. So yeah, but they came at an average score with 5.74, which is pretty okay. It's pretty okay. So yeah, they placed 5th overall, which, once again, everyone thought they were going to win the whole season, because I'm pretty sure that if you come in first in a show like this, like The Amazing Race, you pretty much have a pretty good chance of winning the whole thing. Because if you look over at The Amazing Race Season 1, the Lawyers came in first at the first ever race, and they won the season. So, yeah. Anyways, Carrie and Devin, best friends, you guys have a total score of 5.74, and you guys leave now. Moving on to number 5, we have the Daters. Yeah, pretty reasonable spot. They placed first once. They placed first once. In the first race, they played, and that was in the final 6. I don't know if you remember this, but in the final 6, there was a 3-way tie for first with the Police Cadets, the Daters, and the Ice Dancers. So, they're at the bottom of the list. They placed second a couple times, but other than that, they're just like, no, I don't really care about them. So, yeah, you guys can go die in a hole, except for Ryan. Ryan is pretty cool, but Stephanie, you can go suck off. Next up is Emma and Kitty, coming at number 4. They were the team that placed 4th overall, so pretty reasonable. They placed their average score was 5.21. In their first couple of races, they were in the bottom half, placing 11th, 10th, 9th, and 10th. But then they started picking up their game, coming in 7th, 3rd, 5th, 1st, 3rd, 7th, and 5th. They were pretty good throughout the race and did pretty well. So good job, Emma and Kitty. You guys can leave now. Okay, so the final 3 is the Surfer Dudes, the Police Cadets, and the Ice Dancers. That was the final 3 of the season. It's also the final 3 of the list. So, coming in at number 3 is the Surfer Dudes. Wee. So, if you guys don't remember, the Surfer Dudes actually were eliminated in 6th place, came back, and placed first in the last 2 races, winning the whole thing. They have a total average of 5.17, so they've done pretty well for themselves. The only time I can see that they did extremely bad was when they placed 15th in the 3rd leg, which is where the Geniuses were eliminated. But, yeah, other than that, they placed in the top 10 the entire time, so, good job with the Surfer Dudes for winning the whole thing, but you guys were eliminated, so, Alright, coming in at number 2, it is the Police Cadets. Wee. Their total score was 4.84. They came in last once, but that was a non-elimination round. Yeah, they placed first 3 times. In the middle of the race, they were kind of under the radar, not really getting much screen time, just like placing like 10th, 9th, 8th, 7th, like sort of around that range. Or there were like 13 teams left around that sort of time. So yeah, they did pretty bad around that time. Then they started picking up their game once like it was the final like 7 or something. But yeah, anyways, they did really, actually they came in last twice where Sanders broke her arm, but, well, yeah. So, yeah, sorry, Sanders and MacArthur, but you guys have to deal with second, like always. Now, I'm pretty sure this shouldn't be a shocker, but coming in at number 1, we got Jacques and Jose, the Ice Dancers. coming in with an average score of 3.2. They have, okay, so they placed third, second, first, third, first, third, fourth, 11th, really bad, 10th, really bad, first, 7th, second, 6th, second, 1, second, first, fourth, first, second, third. They came in the podium 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. They came to the podium 17 times for the race, which is pretty good and also is the best score out of anyone here. So yeah, good job on the ice dancers. And also, if you guys don't know this, in the first 3 races, they placed third, second, and then first. So, yeah. Their lowest score is 11th, but it was a non-elimination round, of course. And, they placed 10th, which was second to last in another non-elimination round, where Sanders and MacArthur placed last. But there's still not an elimination round, so like, whatever. Anyways, that's our list, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and comment some more list like ranking videos in the comments below, and I will be commenting on the comments by uploading the videos of the comments, and bye.